Yo, what is up everybody? Prime Dice here again with another video. It's been a while since I have actually created a Bit Heroes video, but you guys have been asking for it for a really long time, and there's nothing out there like this series that I'm going to be releasing that is going to be the Bit Heroes builds, okay? All the builds that are out there when it comes to endgame. Okay, I know that a lot of people have been eager for this video and whatever. I've been really busy. I have not been able to actually do this video, but what I'm going to do in this series is that I'm gonna show you all the builds that are going to be for endgame. And don't worry, okay? In this intro video, you guys will see all the builds that is out there. And then in the upcoming videos, I will actually go in detail in each build. If you're a nerd like me and like a lot of us and whatever, I'm gonna go in details, make my long ass videos like how I usually do, and explain to you guys and girls why does the build work, what is the synergy behind the builds and all that stuff, etc., so on and so forth. Okay, pretty soon you will begin to, whenever I begin to say the names and everything, you will see the pictures over here. You know, it's gonna look a little bit wonky and whatever, you know, because they're going to be on top of the Bit Hero stuff and whatever, you know. Again, I'm not a pro at editing, but the most important thing is that you guys get the information that you guys need. Okay, before I even start this video, before I even go into the builds and whatever, I just want to give the shout outs. I want to give shout outs over to the people that work their behind in this damn builds and all that stuff, etc. Obviously, the first one that I'm going to be going over is Zombie Slayer 13. You know, hopefully it ends in 13, because with my goldfish memory, I'm forgetting shit. You know, it's crazy. It doesn't even make sense. But Zombie Slayer actually took pictures. He reforged and reforged and reforged for this to even happen, to make it possible for you guys to see the stats and everything. Zombie Slayer, bro, you are the GOAT, and I really do appreciate everything that you're doing for the community. And I really hope that all the players and the community can actually benefit from this. Okay, aside from Zombie Slayer and all his amazing things that he did, creating all the pictures and everything, I also want to give a shout out to Kruste. Kruste also helped out a lot whenever the pics got released and whatever, etc. You know, JD, I think JD, Special Delivery, Athena, and let me see, because I wrote this down again. My goldfish memory just sucks. Okay, so Winter as well, before I even forget, and everybody else that has contributed in any way, shape, or form when it comes to the creation of all these builds. Okay, and the pictures and the corrections and whatever, you know. There's a lot of things that goes behind the line, behind the scenes, not behind the lines, behind the scenes or whatever, for the creation of what you're about to see. Okay, from what I have right now, there is a total of, give me 1 second, let me pull this up real quick. I'm not going to cut the video and whatever, you know, so just bear with me. So it's going to be a total of 25 builds. Okay, obviously some of them are going to be repeated because there are going to be different variations when it comes to them. Okay, obviously we got our Witchum, we got our Adventure, we got our Skyen, we got our Seleucus or Seleucus or whatever you say. That one is going to be the vampire build, the Extort, the Perkunas, all that stuff. Okay, so you will see it right now on this side of the damn screen. Okay, I'm gonna tell you each of the builds, and just pause the video and whatever. This is going to be an introduction to the series. This is going to be just a brief overview so you guys can get the information at least, and then we'll come where I'm going to explain everything. Okay, so going over them, it's going to be, you're going to have your Witchum offensive build, that's for world boss, your Witchum invasion, your Witchum general PvE, your Witchum defensive world boss. Then you got the Venture Furium, Venture Evermore, Skyen Extort counter for GVG. There you will have two setups, setup 1 and setup 2. Then you got your Silicius, or however you say that, with the 30% vampire, 50% vampire. Then you got your winter version of it, you know, the top OG when it comes to bit heroes. The winter vampire build, then the winter supercharged vampire build. Okay, obviously after that one, we got our extort builds. We got our extort GVG. There's two setups for that, setup 1 and setup 2. And then we got the extort raid build. Then we go into the Precunas build. We got our defensive world boss and our offensive world boss. Then we got the best set that is in the game, at least for me, right? We got our normal Proto Plague build, and then we got the Proto Prime D4 build, okay? And then after that, we'll come into the most expensive build, you know, because it's an ancient build, and we all know how it is when it comes to up-tiering ancients and all that stuff. So we got our ancient tank with that is going to be the Yuxo evade, and then we got the ancient tank Yuxo empower. Then we got our ancient tank speed bait, that's from Yobu. Then we got our ancient DPS, and then ancient DPS by Gianluca. Okay, honestly, you will see that the names that you see on the screen of the builds is either the builds that we took from players, that we use them here for the setup, and those are the people that we actually asked, well, that zombie asked the information and everything, or they are the creators of these builds. Most of them, like if they have the name, they are the ones that actually created the build and are rocking the build and whatever, you know. Again, you are going to be seeing, okay, I said I didn't want to cut, but I had to cut there because my brain just freaking didn't want to function apparently. So that is a brief overview of what you are going to expect when it comes to the builds. Okay, if you want to be a little bit more nerdy and gain more experience in the nerd section, right, of your brain or whatever, make sure to watch my upcoming videos where I'm going to be going over each build, why it works, and what you can do to actually be able to set it up properly. Okay, there will be all the different variations and what you can replace with what if you don't have everything that you watch here and over on this side when it comes to the pictures and everything. Okay, but just for starters, since this is going to be a short video, and if you made it this far, right, out of all the builds that you just saw, just get Witchem. Okay, that is the build that you need to aim for whenever you get into end game. That is the build that you need to aim for, because whenever you get Witchem will get you all the other builds that are in the game. Okay, so again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that you guys are excited to see all the upcoming videos when it comes to the builds and the explanation and everything that we're going to be going over with, etc. You know, just make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like the video as well. Why subscribe? Because how the hell are you going to even know when I release the next video, right? And there are 25 different builds. Okay, so you will not want to miss this one. Okay, I really hope that you guys have an amazing day, and hey, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate y'all. Okay, and I'm really excited to release this to all of you, so you guys can also benefit from all the things that we are benefiting from when it comes to the builds and whatever. Okay, have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.